Hi, this is Dr. Jim Fazzone. I'm here with Gary Mattia, and you are in the principal's office. Hello, I'm Dr. Jim Fazzone, principal of the SciPEC Center at Mercer County Technical Schools. I'm here with Gary Mattia. He's the principal of the Asapink Center. And of course, we have Nick Sikowski. He is our producer and director, and you are in the principal's office. We'd like to welcome you. We want to remind you that you can send questions and answers to our show. And Nick, why don't you tell the fans how that we can do that?
So in the description below of this YouTube video, there will be a link to a Google form that you can complete, and we will make it anonymous when we answer it, so please feel free to ask away.
Okay, very good. So today we're going to go over a few topics. I'm going to have to turn over to Mr. Mattia in a second, and he's going to talk about some of the items we need to remember for technology. Then we're going to be also talking about how important school is in the school years and high school, and you want to make sure you make the best of it, because talk to moms and dads and your parents and guardians. They'll remember their high school days fondly, as do Gary, Nick, and I. And then we're going to talk a little about being kind to each other. So let's turn it over to Mr. Mattia. Mr. Mattia, I know you've been fielding some questions on technology, and you have some thoughts for our students and for our parents and guardians.
Well, it's very important that each and every one of us, and I say that meaning students, tries to reach out to our teachers. If you're having difficulty, then please send an email. My email is gmattia@mcts.edu, and all the emails start the same. It's the first letter with the last name at mcts.edu. And then I can help you get to the right place where you can get the help that you need from some of the people in the IT department, so they can make sure you're reaching the teacher and then make sure the teacher is reaching you. That's important because we're in our second week now, so we don't want you to miss any valuable time, and that's what we really have to do.
And I know, Gary, you've been monitoring those the technology pretty closely. Are there still some people who haven't signed up yet?
There are still, believe it or not, Dr. Fazzone, some people that have not signed up yet. So we have teachers reaching out to them via email or a phone conversation. And if that doesn't work, then it'll be, it'll be coming down to me and you, and we'll be reaching out to you as well. So we want to make sure that, you get in touch with your teacher, and we know you're all set and ready to go.
And we're trying to turn this into a two-way communication process, whether it's the show or the teacher, but we do have, and again, my email is jfazzone@mcts.edu. I think Nick puts it up at the bottom of our board each time on the show. So if you have questions, email the show, email us. But we want to make sure that technology is going. So now I want to talk a little bit about the schooling and how important these high school years are. And I know we have a different scenario right now. We're doing some virtual learning and teaching, but we're still involved in the high school experience. Mr. Mattia, do you remember your high school experience fondly?
I do, Dr. Fazzone. It was something that, though it was very far away, I still have fond memories of high school. And we're certainly now, as you just said, asking our students to do something that's uniquely different than it was in the past.
And the technology that we have right now was probably science fiction back when I was in high school. But really, we have ways that we're communicating, ways that we're teaching, ways that we're learning. And I think we're probably going to take many of these skills that we have back to the time but when we, and I think it will be, in the near future, we'll be going back to face-to-face teaching. But all of these bells and whistles and different ways of learning how to use Google Classroom and Google Meet, I think we're going to be using those in the future. Yeah, I remember my years fondly. I'm sure the students remember parents talking to their parents. And always one of the things I think about high school is the friendships that we have. And I think being kind, I forget whose quote it was, but acceptance, forgiveness, and kindness, those are things that we can give out to each other and that we can get back in return. So that when even when we are conversing or involved in those group interactions on the internet. It's the same thing as being face to face, and kindness can be as pervasive, and pervasive, that could be our vocabulary word for today, something that gets transposed and passed throughout the entire organization. That can be, but kindness can be as pervasive as the negative kind of stuff. So I want everybody to try to, I'm thinking about maybe something they can do over the next day or so, or until the next show. Say something nice to a friend, say something nice to a family member, and be thankful for some of the things, the skills that you have. What have you gotten any feedback from how the students are getting interacting with each other, Mr. Mattia?
For the most part, I think the students are interacting pretty well. I mean, it's important to remember the way you want to be treated, the way that you want to be respected, then you have to give that out to your fellow students. Treat them properly, respect them. It's a two-way street. So that's really what's important. And as you're participating in the Google Classroom, and you have the opportunity to say things and answer questions and interact with your friends, it's important that you do it just as if you were sitting in a classroom with your teacher. And, that's what's really important about what we're doing now.
Okay, so as we wrap up our show, I think we talked about, Mr. Mattia gave us a lot of information on technology. We want to remember that. You can always go look back on the show. We talked about the high school experience, how we want to enjoy it. Thoreau has a quote, "Be where you are. Enjoy this moment while you're in high school." And then let's work on being kind to each other. Anything else we have, Mr. Mattia or Gary?
The only thing we have coming up at both our schools tomorrow is the textbook pickup. Sure. That is only for students whose teachers had contacted them to pick up textbooks between 8 and 2. It's called a curbside pickup, so the textbooks will be set up outside. It's important that if you're picking anything up, you wear your mask. If you're a student and you're sending mom or dad to pick it up, as long as mom or dad signs for it, that's perfectly fine. So that's what's going on tomorrow between 8 and 2 at both school sites.
Mr. Mattia, you want to clarify that tomorrow you mean the September 10th. The release of this video might be on the day that this is actually happening. Okay. So we will confirm that pickup is September 10th.
September 10th, yes.
Just to confirm.
Thank you.
Thursday, September 10th. So if you're watching this on Saturday, you missed the pickup or whatever. So, but if you're watching it on Thursday, then it would be today. So Thursday, September 10th. All right, so I think that's all we have for today. So for Gary Mattia, myself, Dr. Jim Fazzone, and Nick Sikowski, we're going to see you again, and we're going to air this tomorrow, correct, Nick? Thursday, we're airing it the same day as the book pickup.
Every Thursday, correct.
Every Thursday, we'll see you. Same time, same channel, and say something kind to somebody in your family. Say something kind to a friend, and enjoy the moment. Enjoy the high school experience, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.